justice is served for the children and their mothers. We make sure that justice is served for the Gambian people so that our healthcare system starts to be serious, starts to be taken serious. No. In fact, who will die tomorrow as a result of a poor healthcare system, we don't know. Justice, we ensure that justice is served. We know that the president will give a statement by 8 p.m. Today. Whatever the statement contains, for us the most important part is justice must be served. The people responsible must be held accountable. Somebody must be held accountable. Otherwise, as a country, we cannot go.
Accountability.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you. Yeah, just hold it there. Yeah. So.
We need organization.
Yes. So my name is Madi Jabate. We are holding this vigil for the 66 children that we know of. It could be more. To first of all pay respects to them, to pray for them for eternal peace, peaceful rest in heaven. Children, as we say in our culture, they are angels. They are innocent completely. And what has happened is a total failure of a system that is meant to protect them. We have a whole institutional system in this country, from the Ministry of Health to the Medicines Control Agency to the Pharmacy Council to the public and private clinics, individual or private pharmacies and clinics, and they all have a duty to make sure the services and the products that they deliver to patients who come to those outlets are of the highest quality. They are safe and they will cure them. Nobody is expecting to go to hospital only to receive harm. Hospital is a place of cure, of peace, of safety. But we have now 66 Gambian children who died simply because somebody failed in his or her duty to ensure that there is safety. Somebody failed in his or her duty to ensure that there's accountability. Somebody failed in his or her duty to make sure there's effective monitoring. And so when we got to this point today, all Gambians should be aggrieved, should be saddened, and should really be worried and concerned that this could happen in this country. And so therefore, as Omar highlighted, we understand the President of the Republic is going to make a statement tonight, and we expect him to be honest to Gambians, to take responsibility as the chief executive of this country, and therefore to ensure that he tells Gambians the truth and tell us his commitment in terms of what he's going to do to ensure justice and accountability. We need system change in this country, in the health sector like in all other sectors. So today is the beginning of that journey for justice, for accountability for these 66 people. We will make sure we put faces to these 66 children. We will look out for them, for their parents, and we think there should be justice compensation for these children, to their parents, and those responsible for this huge mess also pay the price. And for that matter, we are calling on all political parties to play their rightful role and speak up and stand up to ensure accountability. We are calling on the National Assembly to ensure that they do the necessary scrutiny and accountability of the institutions and officials who are responsible for this. We want to make sure that the National Human Rights Commission to stand up to ensure that there is justice and accountability, for this is a gross violation of the right to life, of the right to good health of these children. We want to make sure all civil society organizations to stand up and speak up and to ensure that there is justice and accountability. And above all Gambian citizens, these are our children. Those children, if it had happened some 50 years ago, I would have been one of those children. If it had happened now, any one of us would have been that children. It could have been my child. So this is about us, our life and our future. So this is what I want to share, speaking as a sovereign citizen, as an independent citizen, for myself as a citizen. Thank you very much.
Can you have
Well, thank you very much. First of all, I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming. It was a short notice, but despite that, it tells me that there are people in this country who are patriotic enough that anything that is about national interest, they are ready to stand up, they're ready to answer to that call. So thank you very much for that. And I just want to sympathize with the families. It is disheartening, it is despicable, it is unheard of for 66 young vulnerable vulnerable lives just taken. I call this cold blood murder. That's what I call it, and that's the honest truth. There is no reason why we should sugarcoat it, because if people are entrusted with responsibilities from our hard-earned tax monies to deliver and they fail to deliver because of negligence, because of carelessness, because of lack of concern, I think it is despicable and we shouldn't sugarcoat it. They murdered these young children. I mean, I know two of the families. Ahmad is telling me one of the families, you know, we just learned. So apparently nobody is going to say we are talking because we know them. We only learned about those things right now when we have already planned to stand up and speak for these people, be their voice, and hold the responsible authorities to account. As young people, it's about time we get up and do it for ourselves. We've been waiting and delegating the responsibilities, and it's not being done. Let's get up and demand. Let's get up and do the needful. This is just not right. 66 young people, it's not one, it's not two, it's not three. What were they doing when the one person died? What were they doing when 5 people died? What were they doing when 10 people died? They ignored, because it's not their children, it's not their cousins, it's not their nieces, it's not their nephews. It's shameful, it is despicable, it is just pit bottom low. So this is not a campaign or anything but a campaign to stand up as sovereign citizens, as patriotic citizens, to say enough is enough. Are we going to keep quiet until they kill everybody else? Absolutely not. I am not going to be keeping quiet. We will continue the advocacy to ensure that the people who are responsible will do the needful. The government, yes, the president is going to speak. Well, I have no expectations, because time and time and time again, he disappoints. And I am not going to be expecting and get disappointed again. The sugarcoating is enough. It's been how many days since the Minister of Health came up and with the false information that it is paracetamol syrup and it was 20 people that died. It has to take foreign people to come and do the investigation and tell us, in fact, it's not paracetamol syrup, it's what? Cough syrup. And of course, it's not 20 or thereabout, but 28. That's what they announced. But it's 66, and that could be more because investigations are ongoing. So we see how often and consistently they continue to manipulate and lie to us. Are we going to sit here and accept the lies and the manipulation over and over again?
No.
I say no. I think this is the last nail on the coffin, because now they're murdering our children, our nieces, our nephews. Let's stand up and say no to it. Enough is enough. Justice for these 66 people. Okay?
Tima, come here. Tima, come closer.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Fatimata Zahara. Thank you for coming. We are actually here for 2 things: to pay tribute to the kids that we've lost, and the second thing is to demand for justice and accountability. We are here. We are tired. The pain is massive, and we need a change of everything, and then a step has to be taken for better Gambia. And people are tired. Everybody is tired, and they cannot continue keeping quiet and leaving things lay low. We are tired of it, and enough is enough. Madi and Nene have elaborated enough, so we will not, talk about this so long. But the message has been told, and enough is enough. We are tired of everything. We are fed up as youth. We want answers from the president, and regardless of what he has to say this evening, the only thing we need is justice and accountability and compensation of all the lives we lost along the way. We are tired. We need protection. We need to be protected. We cannot be a leader. We cannot be in a leaderless country. Steps have to be taken, words have to be given, and promise have to be fulfilled. Enough is enough for everybody. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Okay, we have the deputy mayor. Okay, yeah, you can speak in Wolof.
Yes.
Let me stand. ekatel mic bi as li nee wax ne jigéen ñi dañ war a jóg xale yi ñoo rey ak yooyu. She has already spoken in English. Somebody else is speaking in Mandinka. I'm speaking in Wolof. I'm the vice chairman. I'm the vice chairperson of Coalition of Progressive Gambians. The November 11/11. So yeah. So it is li nee wax rek ne duñ mën a toog ñuy rey suñu xale yi di ko gis ni te duñ def dara. We the women are taking the ñu ngi ñun fi nekk ñu ñooy jël suñ kaddu amee ko mun a génn parce que góor ñi mënuñ ko ñun miy jur di tere si table yi di jur xale yi ñun ñoo mun a xam li ñoo daj liñ def ni xale yi this is plain murder. You cannot call it any other. You are manslaughter. You cannot call it any other thing. So we ñu ngi ñaan président bi def ci dara or we demanding for the resignation of the health minister.
Yes.
Let him resign. We don't need him anymore. Because bi nekkee foofu ba léegi mu ngi yaxa foofu noonu. So man, that's all I have to say. And we are urging all Gambians to come out in November 11/11 to show our displeasure. I'm one of them too.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay. Bal kontona general min bejang bimi sija woloko my name is Intajane Jalo. The candles. Okay, me sija bi wolom diamulali afo jana nene freda afo angale council do for the media mi alo ka afo in wolof so ndaba afo mande council mi sija bi wolom ko ni ku yami belarin tulkan especially Gambia be ani tol dimbalu ka ton tolom ba malti ngaje ko dindi jelle fata janyi wato kono kaje ko dindin taworo dindi woro wo munyi ni ku ya balati as Gambia because ngaje ko borol dunde dolle dun tajang andi manyana ka dunjang wol metana kan na dindi wol fa andu makala mutam mamoy fo WHO wala nata fintina ka tandir ko boro sifa dolle dun ta Gambia wala nyi dindi wala saya sabu woto tan ngaje ko na ni ku ya balon surtout musolu nga fintina nga na ni ku ya tandi kaje ko nyi nyow manyana ka soto malla fala bi malla fala sola kato na nyi dindi wol wala mun na sama alfalti sa ni wol dol tata foi tata ni ku ibe saya so ka saya mi alon ko amanko kuti mi alon ko as anyanta kela woto binta la nyanto la as muso nga fintina ni mole kacha kaje ko nyi ku ay dang baraka
Okay.
Yeah, when dama wax on behalf of the artists because hip hop artists la activists la but dama gom si so def music at least talk about issues yoo xam ne comme nit ñi ñu ngi ko face doo leen mën a ignore this is really sad 66 xale su yun xamagul loolu dafa métti comme ni ma ko waxee woon benn su doon benn xale sax it's an issue sakatuma 66 so man lu ma ñaax nit ñi mooy bu ndee noppi things like this so happening we have to come out we have to call each and every person responsible for this happening we need to hold them accountable so man suma wax bi du gudda because wax neen everything waaye lu ma wax mooy neen wax dafa doy let's say it together dafa doy we need action.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Resign on arrest. maa ngi tudd Lamine Sy. So on behalf of youth na bëgg am lu ndaw lu ma see yokk tuuti xam nga si olof at least because ñëpp ñu ngi wax si anglais because nit ñi dañu war a understand la mooy xew understand nga comme lu fi xew comme dafa raw dëj lii dafa garaaw lii lu serious la comme dañ ñàkk ay juróom benn fukk lives yoo xamante ne comme dañ dee te ñu leen rey mooy suñ nguur gi ñoo leen rey man suma wax du nee suñ nguur gi ñoo leen rey ñoo jël seen bakken yi nguur buñ fi woteel teg leen fi jox leen suñ alal jox leen suñ matuwaay pour kaaraange pour ñu jëm ñoo aaral dëkk bi faj ñu wér ñoom ñoo leen rey parce que si négligence lañ leen reyee nekkul ne comme la out of ignorance la xewee am nañ all these institutions ama in place yoo xamante ne comme like ñoom ñooy seetlu lii gars yi bañ koo seetlu dugal fi ay garab yi nga xamante ne poison la lii is équivalent to rey nit maanaam comme bandi bi nu moo génnee fetelam wala paaka jam nit mu dee loolu la nguur gi def wax bi du nee duñ lay wax bi te nag ama understand nañ ne suñu président bi ama fii ba ay minutes yi ndaw dina génn si télé bi ñëw adresse dëkk bi maanaam mu am lu mu see wax wax bi bëgguñ sax mu bari on sa nga ma bëgguñ mu ñëw fii di jëm wax yéen solo sax mu wax sax parce que li ñu bëgg mooy mu mexo luñ bëgg mu mexo comme accountability bi mu am luñ bëgg mu mexo comme ñu nga xamante ne ñoo responsible ñu prosecute la maanaam ñu yóbbu leen si ñu yóbbu leen exactly nañ resign na daxa ñi ba pare ñu prosecute leen yóbbu leen si loi ñu tëj leen su laajee pour ñu tëj leen su laajee pour ñu ree leen su laajee pour ñu def anything ñu def leen ko parce que lii dafa serious mënu ñoo ñàkk 60 bakken ba pare ñoo ñu toog si office yooyu mel ni dara xewut on a loolu du mën a am
so we have Omar. Let's have Omar.
Thank you so much. I am Omar Danso and I'm grieving with joining the rest of the Gambia to grieve the innocent souls that we have lost over the past months. It's really disheartening to see that our ministries and our governments continue to fail us as Gambians. What is the essence of independence from 1965 to date when we cannot actually protect our own? To us, it is disheartening, and we call on to the government and any other person who is responsible for this to be held accountable. We must hold our duty bearers to account. They must understand that they should serve the interests of every Gambian and not on their own or their political gains. These are individuals who are so innocent, thinking that when they go to the health facilities, they will be protected. They will be provided with those healthcare services that will actually make help their well-being, but not just to murder them. We call this thing murder because we believe that our healthcare system should be developed enough so that they would be able to protect us as Gambians. To the CMS, I think to me it is a failure because any drug that is coming to this country needs to be assessed to see whether it is CMS, Central Medical Store, and the pharmaceutical service to ensure that the drugs are of quality, are safe before it is used by our citizens. And why should we continue to wait for the outside world to raise a flag for our government to say something? I remember there was a time when they started talking about this in saying that it is 30 people, 28 people, and so on. Just to realize that we are talking about 66 innocent lives, and we demand justice for these people. Based on that, let Samate resign. Let Samate resign with his team. Let Samate resign. Let Samate resign. Thank you.
Thank you, Omar.
jërëjëf man dama wax si olof gannaaw ñu bëri ñu wax si English lañu wax maa ngi tudd Degen Diop maa nekk Deputy Speaker of the National Youth Parliament tey nag lu ñu fi isi moo nekk pour won solidarité waaye tamit pour di yónnee suñ jaal famille yi nga xam ne dañ ñàkk seen doomi mu nekk doomi Gambia ñun Gambia dëkk bu ndaw la te foo ñu fekk luñ dee fogee suñ dënn yi mooy suñ population bi moo ne 60% ay ndaw leen 66 life yuñ nekk leen nii bañ gaañu ñooñu ñoo war a fill in 60% of the population boobu ñu dee dooree suñ dënn bi tey nag ñu ngi sàggan ba ñu ngi ay xale yaa ngi dee te loolu nag sàggante la parce que lopitaan sanctuary la war a nekk da nga war a feebar nga daw fa pour nga uti wér pour nga uti garab waaye tey su fekkee ne lopitaan yi dee kaay lay nekk su fekkee ne pharmacie yi si mbedda yi dee kaay lay nekk kon nag jot na tiitaange jot na ñu tiit jot na ñu ragal si suñ dëkk bi te comme ñu jot a wax ni nga ko waxee rek foog mu am koo xam ne moo responsible parce que garab yi buñ ko doon ñëw dafa am ko certifié mu dugg si dëkk bi dafa am si pharmacie yu wàcca dafa am ñu ko jaay dafa am si lan si ni kuñ si turi kuñ ko jaay mënuñoo toog na ñu ne 66 a dee président bi ñëw na wax na ñun ñëw neen def vigile ba pare ku nekk nga ñibbi toog sa kër mënut a nekk somebody have to be responsible somebody have to be held responsible for 66 life ma yónnee njaale famille yi rek di leen ma saw
Assalamu alaikum. For the fact that most of the people spoke in English and also in Wolof, kanajambi kanikuya itandi membe kerin na banko kan menga lonko dindingul men tiata mo taw woroti wolle fata imam fadula to fo jaral bunda la karola man sakunda mbenga lonko italla mu juti biarati pour kamol tankandi kamol niol tankandi kamol jara fu si kende ya soto nyamen kamol kanta bar niwo man sakunda fangola tarambulolu sabo ya ke fomol kafa woni kuya warta bakele woto kana kamol la sang kontos futandi mol mamella mol banda bar fanan ka kankula ka kliro ke man sakunda la ko ministre menga lo wala mata jata kende ala men kata docteur Samatati pour ayeda hala do ko la name da president ya bay ayeda hala do ko la name bari ni o mo ama bay jale robe murla ta fana kan ko de ko mba jale ko imam molla ni yoni man kabama wo kamala mbesi wo bambandi ngai tandi ko Gambia dingulu na nyimun na hade ma nyanto leti ka to nyanta folo ya faale ko hade mo nyanta folo wala mi ni yoti kabalu ila nyanto folo wala kabalu sai wo nyanto ni yo taybulu dum ila nyanto le tinya o do kamala do nga bala nga wuli nga itandi ko minister e daha na me daha president ya bar ay bay ala baraka so mbe diamu laban na sokla den tamo bi da nga kum faja
I'll speak in my language.
no problem
okay jiro ko pagole serer ino we suto na yo haye indef gorka andona ye man kedela yo youths ino suto hidio tafil o ganga yo suto hido koy nun eta nga yo na sade fe nyal ke fop gorke na ngona lopitan ke amaya arata bongo karbay betu foleng fungor beta foleng 66 ke angale la 66 gorka ga ngono yo yam harde sirop ke de chode lon lopitan ke kaga tawn isuto hido yam tige awaga hamo daw awaga daw bes awaga daw pinokin so ga tawn isuto hido haye pour layo fu matne yami anda e haye president boro hana suto hid alay fu winwe ke ingadan oten refe fata suto hid alay ndigil alay ke andone kaga warun yamo ten ref president fen lanke ino ke ingadan dr samade awaga nge obis ministry ne fata resign ten ref fata nyotno chalelum wala terahin diki ke imbegit ka fale ino ten refe inwe njale ayo fogwen ngor ke andone dana fop ngonu yo lopitan ke ambaran def ka andone o jiranga o ret de cholong te ka andone hana wadno o wod nda lopitan ke ndiki o ret de cholong te ka andone o gore yerangan a hon ngor ka gam gonna yo an andu o fed haran def kayo yam ngor ke ngonanga ngor ke anyowa ngayo ambaga def president ambaga def minister ambaga def teacher ambaga def lawyer so ngor kaga fop ngara ngon net free na zero kaga injab keru yo kaga tawn isuto ino ngor ke pour imbartan fu matne njoko njal
okay thank you very much so we have one in Mandago Maulin Mbos babok Gambia blingu tumba nyambi kimebi kinende chiriba metu boss Gambia ti ni banyambi kimebi kinende chiri utanda ndunten koy me uko chiri boss Gambia malili ya tutu banyandu natete upati wiki meke jani buchi upati ngintaja paji ni upati paji pirir bukundi po boss Gambia ti unangal pusi Gambia pime pine puko fete nde pusi mbaro ni nyani mene nul natno pulama pime pine pulka tempung umbira banyanti unchi Minister of Health ni natani temba nyanti koy banyanti nay umundu blingu tuna sintar baba nyamba chati kiti banyanga ntaja paji ni banyamba chatuko upatu chati kiti Gambia ti malili alila nitunda umundu rot sintar pusi nundri kanato nangal paper pusi nund una chwati bukul na una chitang banyami kibe kundrika lukurasa uchun ko lukurasa pusi kanata puitsa tembanya bunombu lempar banya burompu natar banya manchir pulent pusi mbaro barombu ya parwanya mi kibe kine kana bukumitem ko mankabe pune jiri Gambia ti batem ko war mun ko mantena nata bukun bagaw ba lempar bi ki barombu chirul bu rek rew cham teble patu lempuka un kay plempa ba lempa nu lempuka plempa ba banya Gambia bu nor tew nori kat bu ci wi ci balen Thank you.
Darni men do kon hande Westfield woni andingol lamungol ne himen landade be faybe sappo capande jeego e jeego maybe be tungul lamungol daro wala fere ne himbe dari be ha wari ha o sirop ko na ko be cough sirop ko wari ha Gambia ha wari be do faybe ben fo yobe nange luwa reway do mabbe ha gende dum no ko na ko wiede woni ben non fo adama manu government foti accude ko wiede ko corruption si wiyamo ko wadi kon woni ha himbe fo no arde be adda de lekkele tawbe nangata ke mu de lekkele fotaro na to nder Gambia hore mu bayri kanje fotuna ndarude be anda de lekkele moddi ay sukabe te kadi ko mi woni ko landade government woni ko laba himbe ben ko ara non ko be wonno wiide ko himbe nogay ko fay may ko fi World Health Organization ko be dari ha men andi no buri dum te no lamani menen be do wonbe do be fone capande jeego e jeewa men no buri dum no faybe no buri dum ko me woni landade ko woni luwa on daro mu lamu ngun daro wada fere ha himbe wadbe ha be fo may ma dum de lekkele fo are nder Gambia luwa nangabe be reway luwa dum wona ko be
jarama
thank you very much
chanting like
thank you very much so we are going to close here now